Shortstops, a hot commodity this offseason. It's been filled with big money free agents, but Carlos Correa still on the market. Correa is committed to staying at short, and despite injuries in 2019, he's been more durable the past 2 seasons, and the man, he wants to get paid. So if we take a look at our free agency tracker, the Rangers snatched up Corey Seager, that's a 10-year, $325 million deal, and Marcus Semien earlier this week. Then the Tigers reached an agreement with Javier Baez at 6 years, $140 on Tuesday. And I just got to point out this Max Scherzer deal too, 3 years, $130 million with the Mets, because that's just a ridiculous amount of money that I just can't get.
43.33.
Yeah, it just doesn't even make sense to my brain. All right, so what teams are still in the running to sign Carlos Correa and other free agents on the board? We welcome in our Jim Bowden for that. Now, some of Carlos Correa's top suitors have signed other shortstops, but there are other teams that could still make a very strong push for him. Jim, where do you think is the best fit for Correa?
Jenny, I'm told there's 3 legitimate teams in there in Carlos Correa's negotiations: the New York Yankees, the Boston Red Sox, and still the Houston Astros, who are hoping he comes back. Now, Carlos Correa is looking at the Corey Seager deal that was 10 years, $325 million, and he feels he deserves to get paid more than Seager. He had a 7.6 WAR last year. That's a higher WAR than any of the free agent position players. This is a guy that's proven he can do it on the big stage. Tremendous defensive player. He won the Gold Glove Award. He also won the Platinum Award for defense in the American League this year. But the problem that he has right now is no team has gone 10 years in their offer with Correa, and that's what he's holding out for right now. But the Yankees, Red Sox, of course, he has a good relationship with Alex Cora there in Boston. That would mean that Bogarts would have to change positions if they were to sign him. The Yankees have said shortstop is their priority this offseason. They don't like the price tag right now. And Jim Crane, the owner of the Astros, has said he doesn't want to give any player more than 5 years, and that's not going to get Carlos Correa to come back to Houston. So for now, we're at a standstill. The lockout expected later today at midnight, and so Carlos Correa probably going to have to wait a while before he gets his deal.
But he will get one, that's for sure. He wants that money and he wants the length. That's what the man wants. All right, Kris Bryant next on our free agent list. Once an NL MVP, considered one of the best players in baseball. The 29-year-old reputation took a little hit in recent years. So who do you think could scoop him up, Jim?
Jenny, this has been very fascinating to me, the teams that are in on him. The Philadelphia Phillies would like to land him. Bryce Harper, the superstar of the Phillies, has made it very clear to Dave Dombrowski that he wants to be reunited with Bryant. They grew up together in Las Vegas. They have a very close relationship. In fact, Kris Bryant is Harper's best friend. Their wives do a lot of things together as well, and he thinks he'd be the perfect fit in that small ballpark in Philadelphia. The Colorado Rockies are making a strong play for Bryant as well. Imagine what he would do if he played half his games at Coors Field. I think that would be a tremendous fit for him with what he would be capable of doing. I'm also hearing both the Giants and the Chicago Cubs, who he's played for, also have interest in bringing him back to those 2 places. But watch the Phillies in this one. It's going to be interesting.
I was at his first game with the Cubs. People were ecstatic. I mean, they thought the kid was the future. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting if he ends up back there, or maybe what Harper wants, Harper gets. We shall see. Moving on, when you think about Freddie Freeman, you think about the Atlanta Braves. That's just natural over the decade with the organization. But as we all know, all good things must come to an end, or does it have to? Where do you think Freeman's going to end up?
Yeah, Jenny, this is very interesting because I am surprised and shocked that he has not re-signed with Atlanta. And I don't think that bodes well right now for the Braves. They've had a long time to get this deal done. They just won a world championship. The face of the franchise is Freeman. And the fact they haven't done a deal is almost mind-boggling, to be honest. I have been told that both the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Dodgers have been engaged with his agent, and both have a lot of interest in him. Now let's start with the Dodgers. They just lost Corey Seager to the Texas Rangers in free agency. Freddie Freeman would bring to the table exactly what Seager does, a guy that can hit 300 with 30 homers, 100 RBIs. He's a leader in the clubhouse, leader in the community. So, and he does have ties to Southern California. They could move Max Muncy to second base. Be a perfect fit. The New York Yankees need a left-handed hitter to put in between Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton in that lineup. Freeman would be their first choice ahead of Matt Olson, who they've talked to the A's about in a trade. He'd be their first choice ahead of Anthony Rizzo, who would like to return. And I think that both the Yankees and Dodgers will offer more than what Atlanta has. So I find this interesting. I think he's the most intriguing free agent right now just because he hasn't signed yet.
Yeah, and he just turned 32 on September 12th, so getting a little up there in age, but has so much left in the tank and just seems like such a great clubhouse guy. So wherever he ends up, they will be lucky. All right, last but not least, we got Marcus Stroman, who led the majors and starts in 2021 with 33. He finished with a 3.02 ERA. A big name arm still out there. Where's the best fit for him?
I think the St. Louis Cardinals is the best fit for him. This is a guy that is a tremendous sinker baller, gets a lot of ground balls, high ground ball rate, and the St. Louis Cardinals have 3 Gold Glove infielders. So Stroman matches up extremely well. He's competitive, fields his position well, is very athletic. I love the fit with the Cardinals. I've also been told the Angels have been aggressive with Marcus Stroman as well, and the Boston Red Sox have at least touched base, although they signed James Paxton last night to a 1-year, $10 million deal. Stroman, wherever he goes, teams usually don't want to bring him back. Toronto let him go, didn't want to sign him back. The Mets letting him go, I don't think they're going to bring him back either. I don't even think they're going to make an offer again, at least at this point. So it's going to be interesting where this plays out, but I would tell you the best fit for me would be either the Cardinals or the Angels.
He's also a great Twitter follow for anyone that wants a new baseball Twitter follower out there. I mean, he's funny. Jim, thank you so much. Also a great Twitter follow. Jim Bowden there. Now, for all the latest, be sure to tune into Fantasy Baseball Today podcast. Our guys are dedicated to help you prepare for next season while keeping you entertained all in one. You got to tune in, download, and follow the pod today.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.